bit special.
So we got a phone call from a woman's housekeeper basically saying that there was a fox trap between the bars on their basement window and the window itself. Ooh. And he must have hurt himself because he couldn't climb up, so I'm guessing he slipped. But there's just blood everywhere, bless him, so I think he must have a cut in his paw or something somewhere.
Okay. Well, he definitely needs some veterinary care, so let's go.
I'm right behind you. Obviously, we're all a bit nervous as to what injury the fox has got. We're hoping it's nothing too bad, but obviously until Scott has a look, we're not going to know for sure.
Maz, if you can gently lift the top off at the same time as I'm going to just sneak my hand in and just try and pin him. And then, Jess, if you can put the muzzle on. And, of course, we're going to be putting it on upside down because they're nocturnal animals. If you cover over their eyes, then they just feel a bit more at peace at the same time as closing together the gnashes. Yeah. So none of us get bitten. So
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
All right. Just if you can sort of lean it that way so I can just get my hand in. Yeah,
nice. Nicely done.
Okay.
Oh, hello, beautiful. All right.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's all right. Poor city foxes do get quite a bad rap because they make a lot of noise at night time. They break into people's garbage bins. But to have a wild animal in the practice is not something that we see every day. So when we do, it's really exciting.
Being so brave.
He is quite young to be out and about on his own. Unless Mum's waiting for him somewhere.
I hope she is, and I hope we can get him back to her.
Yeah.
Jess and Maz informed me that at the scene there was quite a bit of blood. It was carnage, so there must be some bleeding somewhere on this little fox's body. I just need to find it. Yeah, it looks like a bite wound. So it's been attacked by something, either a bigger fox or a dog or something. But so that's a bit of an abscess there. Whether it contributed to it, I don't know, but it's definitely a bite wound rather than a fall injury, that one. So there's another wound there. Oh, ouch.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, you've really been nailed by something. Look at that. That's a big, nasty hole. Oh, champ. Yeah, gonna be sore. Yeah, I think this guy's strayed into a backyard and a neighbourhood dog has got him. Because it's just, look at the size of that. That's you can see the size of his canines.
Right.
You see that they're quite long and narrow, and yet that hole is quite significant. So I'd suggest that's a canine of, a bigger dog, like a Labrador or something like that. Oh, poor boy. So that would hurt a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to check each of his limbs just to make sure I'm not missing any fractures or anything as a result of the fall.
Yeah, so good.
Sweetheart. Good boy. I say boy, I haven't looked yet.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so in fact, it's a little girl. It's a female.
Oh, sorry, love.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all right. You've definitely worn down those nails getting up that wall.
So the same injury is present in both feet, and that's where I think the fresh bloods come from. She's been scrabbling away where she was caught between the wall and the window, has basically ripped the ends of her nails off, and there's been quite a bit of bleeding from them because the nails have a good blood supply and they'll bleed very easily, particularly when an animal is stressed, and certainly this young fox would have been when she was caught down the side of this building. Really, I think that we can just give her a bit of medication, and being a wild animal, the best place for her is back in the wild. So we'll give her some treatment and then release her, and hopefully, if we release her right near the house that she was found, then she might maybe find Mum.
I hope so.
Okay. All right, so we'll just give some antibiotics first.
Well done.
Okay, just give you a little bit of pain relief as well. Okay, all right.
Good girl.
Okay, so let's just do a little bit of cleaning of that wound. So look, you can see it popping out the other side there.
It's a full-on hole.
Yeah, it's a bit from one side to the other, so she's been very much chomped.
All right, darling.
Now that this fox is all patched up, there's no reason that we need to keep her any longer, and the less time that she's separated from any family members, the better for her. Pretty special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey? Well done, you two. Hey?
Yeah, we did well.
Yeah.
Force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Well, considering you saved a girl, it's quite girl power, isn't it, really?
Two more members would be the Spice Girls.
Yeah, Ginger Spice.
Yes. Or maybe Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
You be Baby Spice. If you say I'm scary, I swear to God.
Well, I'm just so glad you're saying I'm not posh. Foxes generally are solitary animals, but being that this girl is still quite young, I'm hopeful that Mum or Dad might be waiting for her in the park. So now that she's all patched up, let's set her free and hope that she'll be reunited with her family. 3, 2, 1, go. Well done, everyone.
Good girl.
Good girl.
So good.
All right, shall we go and release her?
Yes, let's.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Exciting.
Jake, do you want some lunch? What have I got?
In Sussex, retired nurse Beth is hoping Scott can help her beloved boy Jake.
You hungry boy?
Beth adopted the Shih Tzu cross 6 years ago as a rescue from the RSPCA.
My first impression of Jake was I thought he was gorgeous and I wanted to have him immediately. Go and eat up, darling. There's a good boy, eat it. The only thing I know about Jake's past is that he was inbred, but his legs were not too bad at that stage.
Jake's bowed legs are a defect that he's had since birth, but recently, Beth has noticed him struggling more and more.
His legs were bent, but he did not seem to be in a lot of pain when we first got him, because he was walking a long way. I could walk the best part of a mile with him.
Come on then.
And nowadays, just walking up the road seems to really wear him out.
Let's get home. Good boy.
Jake isn't managing very well at all. When he comes off the settee at night, he almost stumbles off. 9 times out of 10, I pick him up and put him down, and he's very wobbly on his legs. He's such a playful little dog. It just breaks my heart to see him like that. I wrote to Scott in the hope that he can actually help sort Jake's legs out and get him out of pain for me.
Jake is booked in with Scott tomorrow.
I just want him mended, and I'm sure Scott can help get that sorted for me.
Come on then, you.
Let's take you home.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
In Richmond, it's time for the rescued fox cub, affectionately named Jerry, to be released back into the wild.
Look, she's so excited.
You know where you are?
Are you home?
Yeah.
Oh, love her.
Really looking around,
Oh, I
isn't she?
hope you find everyone. So Jess and I wanted to try and get Jerry back home. Obviously, we don't know where that is, unfortunately, so we've gone for the park just opposite where we found her and hoping that she'll be able to find her way home from there.
It looks good, don't
Yeah,
you
I think this would be good.
She looks like she knows the place.
Oh, what do you reckon?
I'm so excited.
Hopefully your mum and siblings are around here somewhere. We've only spent a short time with Jerry, but it's just amazing to be up close and personal with a wild animal, and she is beautiful. And to know that you've actually helped her is just amazing. It's a real privilege.
Okay, you ready to go home?
Ready?
Go on then. Oh, there she goes.
Yay, go on. Go on, I've got to be around there somewhere.
She's having a good look.
She is, isn't she? Oh, that's so cool. She really does know where she is.
Off she goes.
Bye, Jerry.
Yeah.
Bye, Ginger.
Cutie.
Well, there we go. Job done. Get back to it, shall we?
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice.
That's lovely.
Having watched the show, I wondered if you could give me some advice on how to get my dog out of pain. You can see from the photos, his front legs are very crooked. Gee, wow. See that sort of heart shape going on in between his...
Totally bent inwards, aren't they?
Yeah.
At his practice, Scott is waiting for the arrival of Beth and little bow-legged Jake.
Please, can you help me? Of course we can.
Absolutely.
Look forward to seeing him coming in, and we'll see what we can do about this poor boy's legs.
Come on.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are you? Welcome to Richmond. Mwah. Mwah. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Nice seeing you.
Yes, hello, and you must be Jake. Hello, champ. Hello, you've got a beautiful face. I'm not a big fan of those legs, though.
Jake walks a little bit like a sort of silverback walks through the jungle, elbows out and wrists close together. He clearly is a very abnormally put together dog.
Over the last 6 months, it has got a lot worse.
And is one leg worse than the other, in your opinion?
I think the right leg is the worst.
Okay.
But they're both very bad, as you can obviously see from the way he walks.
I just want to have a little feel.
He will not like that.
You don't like your legs being played with, is that
Does not
right?
like his legs being touched at all.
I'm just checking all of his joints here, Beth, and I think I'm pretty sure that it's going to be discomfort in his elbows. Yeah, there's lots of kind of clicking and grinding going on, and he's just unimpressed about me playing with it, aren't you, champ? Hey, even though you're a very affable boy.
Okay.
And you know what? This is a happy, friendly, personable dog. So that's not a life for him to lead, is it?
No, I mean, when I first got him, we were going out 3-4 times a day. And now even to get him out once a week is really must die.
He's clearly got some issues, which is why you're here with me.
Yes.
I'm going to sort you out. Okay, good boy.
Downstairs at his Richmond practice, Scott and Nurse Jess are anaesthetising Jake so they can x-ray his legs.
Right, so do you want to take him through, Jess? Go.
Come on, me.
So, giving Jake a sedation allows me not only to have him still for x-rays, but just to examine him a little bit better. He really has the most awkward shape forelimbs, and the best way to see those better is with an x-ray. X-ray. Ooh, that's pretty shocking to look at. Poor Jake. Not looking good. Hello.
Oh, hello.
He's your boy.
Oh,
You want to sit with Mummy?
he looks very sleepy, boy. I love Jake so much. He's my companion. Love him loads. Best thing that happened to me. I just want him out of pain.
Do you want to have a look at some of the pictures?
Yes, please.
Be prepared for this. This is your dog's leg. And just shows how much he's been suffering.
That is terrible.
He's just showing what a brave boy he's been all these years, eh?
Never realised it was that bad.
Jake has a condition known as antebrachial growth deformity. This condition can manifest in lots of different ways, but for this boy, because both limbs are the same, my guess is that at some point the growth plate, which is the part of the bone which allows bones to elongate, has fused on just one of the bones. The other bone in the forelimb continues to grow, and so that leads to a sort of banana-shaped limb.
Oh,
And also-
that is really bad.
Beth, we need to remind ourselves that you didn't breed this dog.
Yeah.
You just rescued him, yeah? So he's lucky he's with you.
Yes.
The cause of this particular condition, unfortunately, is genetic. This is not a dog that's come from good stock. His parents, at least one of them, would have had these same angular deformities, which would have led to that dog having discomfort in middle age. But instead of going, you know what, that's not a great dog to breed from, they bred it anyway, and now Jake's here with the same problem, and that's just ignorant.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked at how he's stood the pain. It's a very brave little dog.
These joints have been through a lot of deterioration for a long time. And unfortunately, right now, it's just got too much for him. And so he's gone from being extremely brave and coping to not coping.
It's just shocking. I feel like crying my eyes out for him.
The key here is to get the best advice we possibly can get you. And that's going to a specialist, because you can see that this is a fairly special case. I'm going to send him to my mate Michael Hamilton, who's a specialist orthopaedic surgeon, who will hopefully get to grips with Jake and try and make his problem a little better. I don't need to do any more walking, so shall we have a little cuddle and walk out with Mummy? Shall we? Eh? Good boy.
I feel that now I've seen Scott, that we're going to be getting somewhere, and hopefully Jake will be out of pain relatively soon.
Come on then, you big baby, eh?
Are you going to show me that you deserve it? Are you going to say hello to me? High five, yes. Here's Daddy's baby.
In Kew Bridge, it's a nervous time for besotted owners Bobby and Mary.
Here you go. Good girl.
Their beloved 17-year-old Lucy is booked in with Scott for surgery to remove a nasty lump.
In 2014, we noticed that she developed a little bit of a lump on her backside. It was determined that it was a low-grade sarcoma. So she had the first surgery back then.
But the lump keeps growing back, and Lucy is now facing her third surgery to remove it.
It's always the same exact position.
It looks tiny from out
Yeah,
there.
it's kind of like a little bit like maybe smaller than an almond.
Now that she's 17, Lucy's constitution isn't as strong as a younger dog's, increasing her risk of not waking up from the anaesthetic.
Lucy is a senior citizen, so there's always the bit of risk, and of course we're a little bit concerned, but I think it came to the point where we got to do something about it. But I'm pretty confident that Scott, he's going to be able to take care of this, and we're going to make her all better.
Yep, we're going to make you all better.
Is
You
that
ready
right?
now? You ready
Is
for
that-
your walk?
Yeah. What do I got here? What do I got here? Uh-oh, don't get mad at me. That's my finger, actually.
You're such a piglet.
Bobby and Mary adopted the playful little bulldog Chihuahua cross 11 years ago when they were living in the United States.
Ready? Quick, quick. Good girl. Now we need your scarf. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have Lucy. She just gives me the company that I need. And whenever I'm not feeling good, I just curl up on the couch and I bring Lucy by my side and she makes me feel better.
So what do you think? It's not that bad of a day.
No.
That's pretty nice.
Come on, Mama, we're gonna sit
What is
for a
it,
little
Pumpkin?
bit.
You want to take a load off?
Lucy is booked in for the risky surgery tomorrow.
You're always debating yourself, and there is absolutely no doubt. You always want to make sure that you're making the best decision for your pet. Good girl. Of course, I'm still going to be a nervous Nelly, but I'm willing to do that because I think the longer-term solution for Lucy is we gotta have it taken care of, and of course, it's her well-being. You ready to go?
Good girl.
He's a good boy. It's okay.
Near Marlow in Buckinghamshire, Beth and Jake have arrived for their appointment with orthopaedic specialist Michael Hamilton.
Hello, Beth. How are you?
Hello.
Michael. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
How do you
Michael.
do?
Nice meeting you.
Hello, Jake.
This is Jake.
Right then.
So come on then.
Come on in, my little friend. Here we go.
Come on, darling.
Since I saw Scott, Jake has deteriorated quite a lot. His walking is really bad, so I just need something done for him now.
It's interesting because he's got his feet straight, but it looks like his elbow's pointing out to the side.
Yes.
Right then, little man, let me have a little feel. Are you friendly enough? Watching Jake move around, he's got the very, very typical type of deformity that we see in these little dogs. If you just hold his head just there for me. Okay. As he's grown, one of the bones has prevented the other bone growing straight, and they have these very, very, very twisted legs. So I'm trying to hold his elbow here straight, like this, but with his elbow straight, his foot is probably 90 degrees rotated. Now, when he walks, he wants to put his foot flat on the floor. His elbow sticks out almost at 90 degrees. I mean, that is quite the bendy leg you have there. His left-hand side, that foot is flat on the floor, the elbow is twisted out, but it's not. He's managing on the left-hand side, isn't he?
Yes.
So the good news, a little bit of reassurance for you, Beth, is he's not painful at all on his wrist. I think his major problem is just the fact that when he walks, it's buckling over on him. You know, it's more it's what we would call a mechanical lameness rather than an actual painful thing.
Okay.
So I think we should try and straighten his front right leg.
Yeah.
I think the left-hand side might actually be okay, to be honest with you. And the whole thing that we're aiming for here is to have an elbow that's lined up with the paw. Yes, we've got some good news for Beth, and there are some options to try and straighten this leg, but I won't celebrate until he's all fixed because it's complicated surgery. And if we do that, he's going to be able to walk on it, and hopefully we'll get a good outcome for you.
Yes. Michael doesn't reckon that Jake's in much pain at all and that he'll be able to operate. So I'm really, really happy about that. It's the best news ever.
Hi, darling.
You be good.
You going to come with me? Straighten this leg? Let's do it.
Lucy.
Okay, little one.
Come on, let's go see Scott.
In Richmond, Bobby and Mary are bringing in their Chihuahua cross Lucy for an operation to remove a cancerous lump.
Here we are.
At 17, Lucy will be the oldest dog Scott's ever operated on, so she's at greater risk of potentially fatal breathing and heart problems under anaesthetic.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
Bobby. I'm good. How are
Nice
you?
to see you.
Good to see
How
you.
are you?
Hi.
Ah.
Good to see you.
And you. Hello, you.
Say hi, Scott.
Hi. Usual
ready.
grumpy old lady.
Hey.
She's a bit edgy today, Scott. She didn't get any of her cookies, so she's waiting for the cookie fest later on.
All right. Well, let's get you in the consult room and we'll just chat through a few bits and pieces.
I'm a nervous Nelly, but I'm okay. I'm ready for Lucy to get this surgery done and over with and get Lucy back home.
So I'm just going to have a little look at this back and then just see where we are. Yeah. So even just from very recently when I last saw her, it's grown, it's got bigger, okay? And actually it's significantly larger when you sort of pressurize and press around it. It's quite big indeed. It actually goes from here all the way to here. So that said, the positives is that otherwise she's an incredibly healthy girl, isn't she?
Yeah.
We've done blood tests on her as well, and we've seen that her bloods are immaculate. There is nothing to suggest that she's 17 on those bloods, and age is just a number.
There you go. That's the right attitude.
Yeah, and as a result, we don't want to let something get in the way of her continued longevity.
Right.
Yes.
Although I believe this tumour to be low grade, so low level malignant tumour, and that it should be unlikely to spread anywhere else in Lucy's body, it is now affecting her anus. Already you can see that the anus is sort of skewed to the left. The mass is developing on the right and pushing it and pressurising it. At some point she'll have issues with going to the toilet, and there's enough indignities growing old
Right.
without
Absolutely.
Don't
them
want her to do
Yes.
that.
being constipated as well.
Right.
But obviously it is still a risk.
I know a lot of people would consider a pet. I consider my pet my daughter. And so it's a very hard decision to try to understand what is absolutely the right thing to do to improve her life, giving her lots of longevity.
Nice and strong.
Good girl.
And slow and steady. Yeah, I have a sense it'll be slower than the heart that's probably lurked just here. Let's have a little listen. Yeah, I'll have to have the crash card out.
I believe so.
Yeah. I've got the paddles waiting for him, not for her. Hey, I've got to make them laugh, otherwise they'll
Yeah,
cry.
I know.
You see? So that's what I'm doing.
Good girl.
That's great.
All right. You guys
Ready?
okay?
Yeah.
We're okay.
Ready.
You ready?
Ready.
We're ready.
Lucy is the oldest dog that I've ever performed surgery on. I don't undertake the surgery lightly, but the fact is that without doing this procedure, this lump eventually will cause Lucy to be constipated. She'll need more medication, she'll need consistent treatment, and that's not a good quality of life. So I really feel that the time is right to get in there, to grit our teeth, to hope for the best and remove this mass.
Scott has enlisted his most experienced nurses, Jess and Nathan, to assist with Lucy's procedure.
Okay, good. Her heart's strong. She's responded well to that pre-med, so she's a little bit dopey. We can take that off now, hey? During the induction process is when most amount of complications can occur because, unfortunately, they can respond badly to anaesthetic and things can go downhill very quickly. Okay, so everyone ready to go?
Yeah, all good.
All right, now, the key is waking up. Yes? Sleep, sweet dreams, sweetheart.
Yeah, all good.
All right.
In Richmond, Scott is about to start operating on 17-year-old Chihuahua Lucy, the oldest dog he's ever anaesthetised.
She's still quite light, but that's quite good. Okay, tubes in. 17 is a whopping age for any dog, but the fact is that without doing this procedure, this lump eventually will cause Lucy to be constipated, and she is otherwise incredibly healthy. We've done bloods on her, her heart is strong, so I really feel that the time is right to get in there and remove this mass. Jess, you're happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so it feels like we've just jumped through that first initial hurdle, so that's good. Luckily for us, Lucy starts breathing straight away. She seems quite comfortable under anaesthetic, and actually for all the concern and the worry that's built up regarding this dog, everything's going quite nicely. But let's not be complacent. So Jess, if you continue to focus on the anaesthetic, Nath, if you clip and prep her, and then I'll go and get ready. So far, so good. Thank goodness for Lucy's anaesthetic. She is responding quite well. We are managing it quite lightly, so just keeping her breathing, and Jess is stuck to her like glue, and I'm nervous. I'm just trying to scrub my nerves away and just get the best result for Bobby and Mary.
She's breathing really nicely.
Jess and Nathan will be closely monitoring Lucy's vital signs throughout the surgery.
Okay, everyone ready?
Yeah.
I'm just cutting now. I'm hoping that the tumour removal won't actually be too hard. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit like peas out of a pod. Once I've cut through the pod, I'll be able to pop out the peas. That's what's affecting the shape of Lucy's anus. In some ways, almost wants to fall out. But I'm just sort of encouraging it, but at the same time, I have to be so careful because there's some really important nerves in this area, and if I make one wrong move, I can make Lucy incontinent. So I have to just be methodical and very careful, but so far, so good. So that's the below the water surface iceberg. So you can see, so that was above and that was below.
With the tumour out, Scott will now try to remove as much of the surrounding tissue as possible to reduce the chance of the cancerous cells growing back.
There's a big crater here where those lumps have come out from, and then just seeing what I can remove from around the outside, because there will still be some cancer cells around. I know that I'm not going to be able to remove enough for cure, but Lucy is 17, so what I need to do is to put her out of immediate danger and give her last twilight years comfort. So flush, and we can close up. We're nearly there, things are looking good, but we don't want to tempt fate. So how are you guys feeling about everything?
Good, yeah. I
Yeah.
won't be able to breathe properly until she's awake, though, I think.
Yep. Last suture. So that's that.
Happy to turn off?
She can turn off. Okay, and let's watch her like a hawk.
Yeah.
This is a dangerous moment for a dog waking up because you're bringing them out of the maintenance of anaesthetic. So it's where the heart and the lungs need to change, and there's lots of physiological changes associated with being woken up. And sometimes that can react badly with the anaesthetic and you can have issues. And hopefully she'll wake up and come back to us very soon.
You gonna wake up?
Come on then. Come on. Go. Nice strong pulse back here, so that's good.
Oh, there she is.
Hey,
Oh, I'll have that,
baby.
thank you. Yeah, I can breathe a lot easier now.
Well done, everyone.
Good job.
Good job. Beers are on me tonight at the pub.
I was
Hey.
gonna say, I think I need something more than a tea and a biscuit.
Yeah, totally.
The tense surgery has gone without a hitch, and a relieved Scott wants to share the good news with Bobby and Mary.
How's she doing?
Good is. Here she is.
Still here? Oh my goodness. Yeah.
How you doing, Munch?
So how did she make out?
Well, as far as the lump itself, it was exactly as I thought it was. It was the little tip of the iceberg that you could feel, but then underneath there was a mass about 4 or 5 times that size.
Right.
Wow.
I've kept it in case you want to see it.
I do want to see it.
So you can see, so
Mama,
that's,
don't get up. It's okay. It's
so that's just the little tip, okay?
Okay.
That was what you could feel under your finger, and then this is the rest.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
Now you need Mama's love, huh?
Yeah. Good girl. Very relieved.
For me, the world has come off my shoulders. As soon as I walked down the steps and turned this corner and saw her already awake, it's the best result that anybody could ever have hoped for. So I'm sorry. I know I'm a wimp.
You're a good girl.
And you, Scott, you are my hero.
You're welcome, Bobby. You're welcome. My pleasure.
Lucy will need to stay at the practice for further monitoring, and hopefully will be able to go home with Bobby and Mary later this afternoon.
All right, little one. See you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Bye, guys. Hi, Bella. Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
14-year-old Bella has arrived at Scott's practice with her mum, Susanna,
So the new arrivals are here, hey?
and her 2 baby geckos, plus a tortoise named Billy.
The pitter-patter of little feet.
Tiny feet.
Bella and her mum are about to go on holiday, so Bella wants to make sure her pets are in top health because Dad will be left in charge of them at home.
I'm taking the 2 baby crested geckos just to check that they're okay. And then Billy's breathing seems a bit unusual at the moment.
All right, well, Suzanne, do you want to take a seat and I'll take Reptiles and Bella through? Come on in. Bella is a young girl who has a very big interest in animals. She's always wanted to be a vet, and the last time she came in, I was really impressed by her.
I think they're fine, but because we're going away, I just wanted to make sure that everything's okay.
So you're kind of like a lizard grandma now, Bella, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hey?
At the moment, they're quite dull, but sometimes at night they fire up and all their colours become really vibrant.
Wow, look at that. Incredible, isn't he?
So they're called Blondie and Coco, and this one is Blondie.
Okay. Very sweet, isn't he? It's quite funny sometimes, the animals that people bring through as pets in the UK, because of course geckos are native to Australia, so it is quite cute and quite funny to see these animals and nostalgic for me as I think about home. Well, I think they look super healthy. You've done such an amazing job. I can't believe that you've got baby lizards in your house. It just shows you're looking after the parents very well.
Thank you.
If they're healthy enough to have babies, then they're very healthy indeed. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. They're very healthy geckos, and I'm sure they're going to add to that family beautifully. All right, so you said that Billy has got a problem with breathing, is that right? Hello, Chan.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as bad as it did before, but you can just hear it clicking. Every few seconds, it's a click, which can be a sign of a respiratory infection. So I just wanted to be sure.
Well, he doesn't have a nasal discharge. He's not been snotty at all that you've seen at home, Bella?
No.
Yeah, so his nose is nice and clear. Let's have a little listen. See if you'll let me have a listen. Will you let me have a listen to your chest? Let's have a little listen.
How do you listen to his heart through the front of it?
Well, to be honest, with difficulty. What we try and do is have a listen underneath his shell, just against his chest. It's really hard to hear through the actual carapace itself, through the shell. I'm just trying to listen to see if there's any heavy breath sounds. I mean, he's not making a huge amount of noise.
Is that a good thing? Or...
It's a very good thing, yeah. If there was lots of sort of maybe like moist sounds or dry rattles, all those sorts of things would suggest that maybe he's got some sort of lung disease or respiratory infection. It's actually quite difficult to listen to a tortoise's chest, but I do manage eventually and everything sounds A-OK.
Do you think he could just be a heavy breather then?
I think there's a distinct possibility he could be a heavy breather. There's nothing to worry about. You're a very healthy boy, aren't you? Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
All right, hello. So a lovely clear bill of health for Bella's reptiles. She's doing a fantastic job of looking after them as always. So I hope you have a great time in Borneo.
Thank you.
Bye, reptiles, and we'll see you very soon.
Okay, thanks very much.
No worries.
Thank you
Look
so
after
much.
yourself, Bella. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. See ya.
So Billy's okay then, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Right then, little man. Count backwards from 10. Tell me about your weekend.
At his clinic near Marlow, orthopaedic specialist Michael Hamilton is trying to straighten 6-year-old Shih Tzu cross Jake's bowed right leg.
The whole point of today's op is to make sure when Jake tries to walk, his paw lands flat on the floor. Right. Have we got plate benders and pliers? The plan is to actually cut the bones of his forearm and put them into position where his foot is flat on the floor and then stabilise them like that, and hopefully he can then walk.
Assisting Michael are nurses Louise and Kim.
Right. So if my calculations are correct, we're going to make our cut about 25 millimetres above his wrist joint. So we're going to get in there, cut the elbow. These are really, really complicated procedures because it's not just a simple twist or a simple bend. So we're going to cut the bones. We can plan it for as long as we like and decide where to make the cuts and at what angles and all the rest. But once you've made your cuts, you then pretty much just got to try and eyeball it in theatre and just get it right. Now what we're going to do is cut the radius. Now the radius is the bone that's causing all the problem. And we actually make the cut parallel with this top part of the bone. Creating, in effect, a ball and socket joint here, and then we can manipulate the bottom half 360 degrees to straighten as best we can. Easier said than done because this is actually quite a small section of bone down here, so yeah, okay. So let's just keep that straight up there. All the time we're checking that his elbow and the paw are moving in the same plane, because when he wakes up, he's going to want to put his elbow like that, and if his paw doesn't go like that, he's not going to be able to walk. I think that looks pretty good. So you can do all the planning in the world, but at the end of the day, really it's kind of, what does it look like on the table? So I think we're good to try and stick a plate on there now.
A metal plate is used to hold the bones in their new realigned position.
We've got 2 screws in the bottom. We've only got 1 screw in the top because this is the last chance we've got to do any like fine adjustments. So we just got to just triple check that we're happy with that. But I think that looks quite good.
A second plate will give added stability.
That'll do, right. On the table, that looks good. So as long as the elbow and the wrist are in alignment, that paw should land flat. So we just need to check it looks good on the x-rays now. We're looking at the pre and post x-rays here. So this x-ray on the left-hand side, we have a straight-on elbow with a sideways paw. That means that between the elbow and the paw, there's a twist, at the very least. And the x-ray on the right-hand side is post-surgery, so we now have a straight elbow and we've got a straight-on paw, so hopefully now he'll be able to walk.
Come on, little man.
Jake will sleep off the anaesthetic before going home with Beth later tomorrow.
Happy. So far, so good. Come on, Jake, let's go. Good boy. Keep going.
A day after surgery, Jake is ready to go home.
Right, Jakey, someone in here to see you. Look, here we go.
Owner Beth has been anxiously waiting to see how the surgery has gone.
Come on in. Come on in.
Jake! Jake!
Come on, Jakey, show your mum what your new leg looks like.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you're beautiful.
I'll pop him up for you. There you go.
Hello, darling. Oh, mwah. You're a gorgeous boy. Yes, you look so much better. I'm so pleased to see you. I'm very happy to see Jake walking. Although he looked half drunk, he was walking so much better. And I think he's much happier about it all now. Mike was incredible.
He's a little bit dopey because he's just recently had some more painkillers. But very pleased. The x-rays look good. Paw looks straight. I mean, he's got a good attitude. He's keen to use that leg, so...
Wow, that is incredible.
You stand him up.
Just looks so different.
Stand him up like that.
Gosh.
That's kind of... Now, it's still got a little bit of a bow that way, which is fine. We've taken about probably 30 degrees off on the front bend, if you like. Right. Probably about 90 degrees off on the twist. But so far, so good. As I say, he's quite dopey still. It's clear to see what Jake means to Beth. I mean, you can just see her face light up as he kind of wandered in with his nice straight leg.
You look so much better.
Yeah. Just makes me feel great. I mean, that's kind of why we do it. So, yeah, really, really happy. Right, so I'm going to hand over to Louise. She can give you a hand out to the car with him. And I'll see you guys in 6 to 8 weeks thereabouts. There you go, Louise.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Sam. Right, my
much.
pleasure. You take
Thank
care.
you.
Thanks, Sam.
You ready to go home? Come on in.
In Kew Bridge, Scott is checking up on 17-year-old Lucy, the oldest dog he's ever operated on.
Well, hello, lovely people. How are you? How are you?
And her relieved owners, Bobby and Mary.
Good to see you.
Hello, gorgeous girl. How are you?
is.
How are you doing?
She's doing very well.
Yeah.
In the last 10 days, I've been bringing her to the park and for walks, and
She's recovered very quickly.
She
very
actually,
quickly.
I think she's doing quite better than what
I
she
think
was
so, too.
before the surgery. She is really back to that loving, happy-go-lucky, I want to run to the park, Dad. Let's go for it. And I think that makes all the difference in the world for me.
And let's hope the third time's a charm this
Definitely.
time. Because the results are back in from the lab and the pathology has come back as a sarcoma. Now, that won't frighten you too much. It's a malignant type of tumour.
Right.
But that's exactly the same result as has been present the last 2 times. And it might return to that area, but she is 17. So if we can buy 1 or 2 or 3 years, then hopefully we're going to give her that comfortable retirement that we all want for her. The whole purpose of this journey with Lucy was to give her good quality of life. It wasn't about buying her more time, it was buying her more quality time. And I really feel by seeing her today, enjoying the company of her loving mum and dad, that's exactly what we've given her.
Happiness is back in to our life, especially Lucy. And tell you the truth, that's the result that we were hoping for. So, yeah, big thank you.
Well, cheers to that and cheers to Lucy.
Well, Lucy will drink to that, and so will we. Cheers, guys.
Oh, God, we're keeping you up.
Tired.
Hey? Oh, dear, it's just after midday.
It's time for her afternoon nap.
Good girl.
He's a good boy. Beautiful sunshine today.
5 weeks after his operation, little Jake is enjoying a walk in the park with his owner Beth.
Good boy.
Surgery on his badly deformed right leg means it's now working a lot better, and Jake can lead an active life once again.
It was certainly the last chance for Jake going to Scott, and things are a lot better, and Jake's bouncing around. He obviously wants to play, and he's loving life again.
Well, hello, Beth.
Hello, Scott.
How are you, gorgeous? You're right.
Nice seeing you.
Mwah. Oh, thanks for the cuddle. Hello, little man. Hello, buddy. How are you? Look at you with your 2 legs on the ground. Oh, he looks fantastic. His leg looks far straighter. And how do you feel he's got on since the surgery?
He's walking so much flatter on his paw now, whereas it was really struggling. But he's so much happier. You can see it in his face, he's much happier.
Yeah, you really can. Although he's having a lovely, relaxing time, I'm quite keen to see this bionic leg in motion. Hey, come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, good boy. Well done. Yes, he's a good puppy. Yeah. Come on. Wow, Beth. Little spring lamb we've got.
Could not do that before.
It's incredible. Where's the puppy? Jake, come on. Good boy. Good boy. That is great. Look at that. Jake seems to be very comfortable and he's really got a spring in his step. It's extraordinary. Good boy. Good boy. Well done.
Never seen him run like that before. It's fabulous. I'm over the moon.
Good boy.
Boy.
Jake, come see me.
Scott. Come on. And writing to Scott was absolutely the best thing I ever did. And I'm so grateful to him for getting us this far.
Hello, Sophie.
Hello, how are you? Is this Branston?
This is Branston.
Hello. I haven't seen you for a while.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
You're a big chap.
I've never done anything so terrifying in my life.
Last year, after a tough labour, Sophie's dog Bonnie gave birth to 6 pups.
Ems, how's it going out there?
6 breathing puppies.
Hey, good job. Well done.
It was a tense time, actually. Although I'm smiling now, we weren't smiling at the time. I was scared.
Hello.
Good to
see
you. And to be back now, and just a year later, quite strange.
Hello, there's a little partial family reunion. White fluffy dogs have infested the vet. Hey, hello, sweetie.
Sophie's family kept 1 pup, Heidi, while practice manager Maz took Branston, and Scott adopted a little girl, Scully.
Hey, and Mum's down there as well. Hello, Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie's here.
Hello, sweetheart. Here she is.
Bonnie.
Hello,
But
gorgeous.
reunions aside,
You excited
this
to see your
isn't a
son?
social call.
So what are you guys in for today?
Well, Heidi's leg. When she's running along, she's not running properly, and her back leg, she's kind of holding it up.
Right.
And it's been getting a bit worse.
Okay, why don't we put all the dogs down just to have a little play, and then I can just watch her running around. Here we go. Have a little play, and let's just see. Oh, straight away there was that hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's doing a bunny hop with both legs and definitely lifting up that left leg.
Yeah. We call her Hoppity now, which is a bit sad. Hop along, Heidi.
Watching Heidi playing on the floor, very quickly I can see there's a problem. She's bunny hopping, both legs pushing off at the same time, but also then she starts actually lifting the leg completely off the floor. This is not normal behaviour for a young puppy, and clearly there is a problem. Well, I think you're right to be worried, because it's certainly far from normal of a 1-year-old puppy. Come on then, let's go. Hey?
Come on, Heidi. Let's go. It won't be too bad.
Fluffy white dogs, this way.
I'm a bit anxious that it might be something a bit more serious, so it would be really nice to get to the bottom of it.
All right, so let's have a little feel. You're going to give her a lovely cuddle and a kiss, yes, because this might hurt. Okay, so I'm just going to extend her hips first. All right, so we'll just start with the right leg. You can see, oh, that's nice. Coming back, nice little ballerina step there. Good girl, well done. All right, let's see. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, so that's literally as far as I can get it. You can see the difference. So that's that one, all right?
Yep.
You can see that, and then this is this one.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's a big difference. Yeah.
Massive difference.
So when they run, that leg would normally go right back.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's a lack of flexibility in this hip joint that's the problem, and you're panting a little bit, so clearly you're being very brave, but it does hurt a bit, doesn't it?
She is so brave.
There's lots of possible causes for lameness in a little dog. They can have tripped over and maybe strained something. They can have had a small break, perhaps, and even things like hip dysplasia, maybe a little bit of arthritis has set in. All of those things would be quite surprising in such a light, young dog, but we do need to look into them, and the best way to do that is with x-rays. All right, say goodbye. Goodbye, Heidi.
Say bye to her. It's a sad thing to think that she might need serious treatment for something wrong. And I'm also worried that it could be something like cancer or something that we can't do anything about, which would be absolutely devastating.
So grab a seat outside. I'll take you downstairs, and once I've got the x-rays, I'll bring you down and we'll have a look at them together.
Okay.
Okay? Right.
Good luck, sweetie pie.
Yes, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes, oh, you're nice.
Poor little mites, they're trying to hide.
Oh. Could you get the door for me?
Yeah, I'll do the door.
At the Isleworth Clinic, Mary and Sue have brought in 2 rescue kittens that need urgent attention.
Hello. Hiya. We have an appointment in the name of Guardian Angels Animal Support for these 2 kittens.
Yep, to see Phoebe.
Yes, please.
Oh, they're so cute, aren't they?
They're particularly beautiful, sweet little girls, and they are such a little pair. They look so cute together. I mean, all kittens are cute, but your heart just melts when you see these 2 little ones.
Yeah, Phoebe shouldn't be too long, so if you don't mind just taking a seat.
Okay,
Very
thank you.
much.
Thank you.
We got a call from a member of the public who was looking online, actually, for a scratching post. She came across a site where a lot of animals were being sold. She saw the pictures of these 2 kittens and realised that they had something wrong with their eyes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Phoebe. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
Are you the
I'm
guardian
Mary.
angels?
Yes, we're guardian
Hello, my
angels.
name's
This is
Hello.
Mary. And we'd like you to take a look at these little people for us, please.
They're so beautiful. Oh, look at their little faces. Right, would you like to bring them through?
Yes, please. Thank you.
It's great that we can help out charities that work in the local area and they're able to give the right veterinary treatment to these animals along with our help and then find them loving homes. So who am I looking at here?
That's Tabitha.
So the right one looks normal, but the left one, you can see the third eyelid coming across. It's quite evident as soon as you look at one of her eyes that there's something wrong there. It looks like the conjunctiva, which is the membrane at the side of the eye, is sort of across the cornea in a way that it shouldn't be. And I think she's got a condition called symblepharon, which is when part of the eye which shouldn't stick to another part of the eye. And it can be congenital, so they can be born with it.
She would have been born with it, probably.
Or it can be associated with herpes virus, which is cat flu, which is really common in strays because they're obviously not vaccinated against it. A little bit concerning, but I'm hoping that we can do something for her. Right, let's have a look at the other one as well then.
Wriggle Piggle.
Wriggle Piggle.
Take the table with you.
Who's this one then?
And this is Tamsin.
Hey, Tamsin. Good girl. Oh, so she's got the same condition, and hers is worse. We can definitely do surgery on the eye, just to cut the membranes and allow more mobility.
Fingers crossed the surgery will fix that, which seems like quite a daunting thing to do to two little kittens, but hopefully it will be for the best.
To give her the best chance of a loving forever home, it would be a good thing to try because if it is a congenital problem and we do surgery, then we could cure it.
That's wonderful news, the fact that something can be done for them.
Yeah. It's not something I've seen before in young kittens. It's really, really rare. So I think I'm going to refer it to Scott for him to have a closer look as well. And hopefully we'll be able to do surgery for these little guys.
Thank you very much for your time. That's lovely.
It's lovely to meet them.
Excuse me, this away, please. This away.
So, who do you think this is related to?
It's Brenny and Scully, isn't it?
Yep. Apples don't fall far from the tree, do
I know
they?
that face.
Yes. You look so much like your sister.
Later that day at the Richmond Practice, Scott is about to perform an X-ray on 1-year-old poodle cross Heidi, who's having trouble with her left hind leg.
If you have a feel, Phoebe, you'll see. Feel her right and her left leg. And feel the musculature
Yeah,
on the left is
there's almost no muscle on the left at all, is there?
no.
Nurse Nathan and vet Phoebe will be assisting Scott with Heidi's X-rays.
Good girl. Funny noise. Brave girl. I'm really hoping that there's nothing too serious going on with Heidi today, but my gut feeling is there is.
She's reacting.
Oh, it's really grinding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have any suspicions at all?
Hip dysplasia is possible, but she's not really the right breed. And then there's a couple of degenerative diseases which this breed is prone to. Let's take X-rays and hold worry, shall we? Good girl, let's go. She is clearly uncomfortable. She's walking very strangely. And there's just a few things that I know of that can affect little white fluffy dogs like Heidi. And I have a sneaking suspicion that she may be suffering with one of those. Oh dear. Hiya.
Hi.
Hi. Right.
Wow.
So this is your little girl's pelvis, her hips, okay?
You can see they're different.
Yes.
In Richmond, Sophie's dog Heidi has been X-rayed to help find the cause of her limp.
What you can see there is that the left hip, the femoral head, the ball at the top of the thigh bone, is mottled compared to the right-hand side. So my suspicion is that Heidi is developing something called leg-calf-Perthes disease, which is a congenitally inherited condition. And what it leads to is basically the blood supply to that femoral head, that ball, isn't very good. And so it slowly over time breaks down. With that breakdown comes inflammation, and it comes with discomfort. So then she starts lifting the leg up. And also we're seeing the arthritic changes as a result of all of that degeneration.
I see.
And you would never expect to look at a dog of Heidi's age and think that that's her hip. That's the hip of a 10-year-old dog in discomfort, not a 1-year-old dog that's hopping around relatively comfortably.
I knew it couldn't be perfectly normal that she was walking that way, but it's really shocking to look at an X-ray and see one side is totally different than the other side. And she's just a baby. It's just awful.
We need to do surgery on your little girl, I'm afraid. And it's not a very nice surgery. We need to actually remove this femoral head.
Mm-hmm.
By taking away the femoral head and neck, she'll no longer have an attachment to your hip joint. She won't have a hip joint.
So the leg will just be free?
Free floating, that's right. But because she's such a little ditty thing, she will actually be able to walk perfectly well on that leg. She just needs to relearn how to use a leg that's not attached actually skeletally to her body.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Sophie's obviously a very sweet-natured, very kind person who loves her kids, loves her dogs. But when it comes to Heidi and Bonnie, because they've been through so much, I think she's even more protective. She is this grandmother lioness, and she wants the absolute best for her girls.
I remember rubbing her when she was tiny.
Yeah.
When she was on this very table, rubbing her like this with 2 fingers. She was this long.
Yeah. Now you're going to have to give her
a bit more, but not much more.
Yeah.
She's still quite small.
Yeah.
I somehow feel there should have been something I could do to stop that get so bad. I just feel terrible. She didn't expect all this. It's just a bit miserable, really.
I'll look after her, don't worry.
Thank you. Good luck.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Good luck. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Okay. No pressure, everyone. What we need to do is to do a femoral head and neck ostectomy. Basically, remove the ball and the neck from the hip altogether, so Heidi will no longer have a hip joint on the left-hand side, but then all the muscles and support structures will take on the weight of that joint, and in time, she should be able to walk normally. Nathan, just about to start. Yeah. Have you ever seen one of these procedures before?
No, never.
Okay.
This is a first for me.
Vet Phoebe and nurse Nathan will be assisting with Heidi's surgery.
Just make a skin incision there over the hip joint. What I'm trying to do is try and protect as much of the muscle as possible, because that's the important bits at the end, is just having muscle to do the work that the joint would do if it was still there.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go into the joint now. What you can see here is how inflamed this is. This is a really thick joint capsule. Really thick indeed, like it just shouldn't be that thick. So it just shows that this little dog has been so brave for so long, because she has been suffering for a while.
Yeah.
If this was left, this dog will continue to not use her leg. The muscle would waste further and further as the pain got worse, and then she would just have an unusable leg, which likely would then need to be amputated. This way round, we take away the source of the pain, and hopefully she makes a full recovery.
Have you loosened that already now?
A little bit, but not all the way. But you can see that's the femoral head.
Yeah.
Now, what we need to do is work out where we're going to cut it. In order to remove the femoral head and neck, there's a number of different ways you can do it, but I'm going to use an oscillating saw, which looks horrific, I'm sure. It's pretty big, but in fact, if used very carefully, it produces a very nice, fine cut, and it should mean a good result afterwards. Stop. There we go. Hopefully, it's on femoral head.
Wow, look at that. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was. I shouldn't really be surprised because Heidi's a tiny little girl, but I think with that fluff, it makes her seem bigger than she actually is underneath. She's got a great range of motion now.
Yeah, and that's the point.
She's going to start using this leg again, behaving like a normal puppy. Part of a happy family again. Okay, right. Let's have a little feel, shall we? No more of that grinding that we could feel before.
No.
It feels lovely. All right, let's wake this girl up, shall we? Getting a good result from the surgery is great, but her recovery is going to be a long process, and Sophie will have to put in real hard yards to get her little dog walking normally again. Come on then, baby. You come. Yeah.
Heidi will spend the night recovering before going home with Sophie tomorrow.
Poor girl, eh? Oh dear.
Morning, folks.
Good morning.
Right, they're both here.
Oh, hello.
Tamsin and Tabitha.
Mary has returned to the Isleworth clinic with the 2 rescue kittens. Vet Phoebe diagnosed a rare eye condition in both of the sisters.
I'm here today for a second opinion to see whether they're now suitable to be considered for surgery.
Mary is hoping the kittens' eyes can be cured, so they'll have a much better chance of being adopted.
So we've got Scott downstairs now. So
Okay.
if you don't mind, I will take these two lovely girls off
All
your
right.
hands. And
Okay,
yeah,
lovely.
We'll be in
Thank you
touch.
very much. That's great.
No
Bye-bye,
problem.
girls. Hope it all goes well. I'll be thinking about you all day.
Oh, bless
All right,
them.
loves.
All
Bye-bye,
right.
darling. Bye. I am concerned because there is always a risk with a general anaesthetic, but they need this surgery.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, yeah.
This is Tabitha and Tamsin from Guardian Angels. I'd like you to have a little look at their eyes. It
Yeah.
looks like symblepharon to me, but I wanted a second
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get her out, shall we, and have a quick look.
Yeah, sure.
Tamsin is the first kitten to be examined by Scott.
Hi, gorgeous. Hello, sweetheart. Ooh. I've seen a few of them in my career, but not as bad as that one. I mean, her eyes nearly completely closed by that.
Yeah.
Phoebe's description of these eyes probably didn't do them justice. And in fact, they're a lot worse than I expected them to be. Yeah, this is classic symblepharon. This kitten's had some damage to its cornea, and then the vascular support structures around the eye, the conjunctiva, have just gone, oh, that's a hole, I better fill it with something. And so it's stuck onto the eye. But unfortunately, it's stuck on a little bit too effectively, and now what we have is literally like a sort of fleshy curtain over the top. And we have no idea what's underneath. You can barely see any of the eye, so we don't know if it's healthy or not. We need to be just so careful because this tissue could actually be plugging a hole in a dike. And if we pull the finger out, then the whole eye can rupture. So this isn't a simple, job for trying to make it look prettier. This potentially could be curtains for that eye.
Yeah.
So we have to try and see if we can achieve a functional eye. But worst case scenario is down the line, we might actually have to remove a whole eye. So
Yeah.
you're gonna make someone a lovely little feline friend, aren't you?
Yeah.
Eh? Once we hopefully can sort this eye out.
Scott is now going to examine Tabitha to see if she shares the same debilitating eye condition as her sister.
So again, we can see this eye is, the aperture itself, the size of the eye is smaller. You can just see that very clearly. As soon as you look, you can see that one's just smaller than that one.
Yeah.
So I'll need to open this eye up a little bit as well. But unlike her sister, you can actually see more of her eye. So we can't give you any promises, my love, but we'll give it a go.
With vet nurse Gina helping, Scott anaesthetises the first kitten, Tamsin, and the delicate and difficult surgery can begin.
Brave girl. Brave little thing, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's been through a lot in her short little life.
Performing this procedure is a little bit of a suck it and see moment. You sort of tread carefully, knowing that at any moment it could all go very wrong.
It's tough to know exactly where to cut. Just see where this goes. So that's good news. You can actually see that that is all covering the eye, but actually not attached to the eye.
Yeah. Well, you need to remove any of the tissue.
Yes, so I'm going to. Okay, that's better than I thought it was going to be. So that shouldn't be attached to the eye. Every time she blinked or winked, just pull her eye constantly and just be so uncomfortable. So that can come away now. Okay, so there's one part of that eyelid that shouldn't have been there. After the initial cut and removing of that sort of curtain out of the eye, straight away I can see this little kitten's eye for the very first time. Yep, that's great. It's really good news. Look at that nice, clear cornea, no staining whatsoever. So actually there's no ulceration to this eye whatsoever. So it's literally the best result we could have wanted. So that's very good for this little girl, isn't it?
It's amazing.
You've got the window to your soul back. Look at that.
So how are you going to make sure that that conjunctiva doesn't reattach to the surface of the eye?
This is where I bring you into a little professional secret. Not many people know that we use them, but actually I'm going to be placing a little lens, a false, like a contact lens in people. Contact lenses are used in people to help them to see a little bit better, but in cats and dogs, we generally use them to protect the surface of the eye. And in these kittens' case, by placing one of these almost soft bandage lenses onto the eye, it'll help to heal them underneath, but also stop any of that conjunctiva sticking onto the eye again. So how long the kitten can wear the contact lenses is probably dependent on the kitten. We'll definitely be putting a collar on her to try and stop her from flicking it out. But look, if it lasts 3 days, fantastic. We'll try and leave it in for about 10 days if possible. 2 weeks, even better. But we'll take what we can get. She's a kitten after all.
That was some serious fiddly business, wasn't it?
It was.
But you did it.
Mary's going to be so happy.
Good girl. You're unhappy about the new attire, aren't you?
While Tamsin recovers from her operation, next it will be her sister Tabitha's turn for the tricky surgery.
Okay. Let's hope we can fix your sister's eye up too, hey? So she gets the same treatment that her sister did.
At the Isleworth Clinic, Scott and vet nurse Gina are preparing homeless kitten Tabitha for surgery that will hopefully separate her fused eyelids.
Let's hope your sister's luck plays out for you.
Earlier today, Sister Tamsin's procedure went without a hitch.
This surgery is quite fraught, actually, because although breaking down these adhesions will reduce discomfort and pain in these cats, these adhesions are sometimes there for a very good reason. They can be plugging a hole in the cornea, and by removing that adhesion, sometimes you can open a hole in the whole eye and it can rupture. So there's attachments all on the top of the eye there, all the way back. Just as we're getting our hopes up that everything has gone brilliantly with Tamsin, I start to do the procedure on Tabitha, and unfortunately her eye is much more complicated.
So unlike the other one, you need to try and preserve that tissue.
Yeah. Although the aperture, the hole that we can see of the eye is bigger, the eye underneath is much more damaged. There's a lot of scarring, there's some ulceration there. And once I start removing the adhesions, I see that everything, all the structures around that eye are all stuck together. It's very complicated indeed. So there's that sort of kink in the eyelid there. So I'm trying to break down whatever's caused that.
Yeah.
I think it's probably all part and parcel with all these structures sticking to each other. It's just sort of concertinaed the eyelid a little bit.
Like her sister, Tabitha is also getting a contact lens inserted over her eye to protect it while it heals.
Tabitha should get pretty good vision once the corneal ulcers have healed, but some of them will leave scars. There's scars already, but there's also damage to the protective surface of the eye, the cornea as well. So they'll take a while to heal. When they do, if they leave scars, it's like having a smudge on your glasses that you can't rub out. You know, it's like when you've got an annoying scratch on your sunglasses, you know, you're annoyed about it for a day and then afterwards you get used to it. Okay, that's fine.
We're going to keep Tamsin and Tabitha in with us for a couple of days, and it will give us the best chance of making sure that they're kept calm and quiet for as long as possible.
Here she is. You two can start seeing eye to eye for once, can you? Yeah? Oh. It's all right, sweetheart.
Breadstick. There you go, good boy.
Downstairs at the Old Isleworth Clinic, a new patient has arrived.
That's nice, isn't it?
And vet nurse Lily is making him feel welcome.
We can't just call him the budgie, so we kind of listed off some names, and Brian seems to be the one that stuck.
You're a good boy.
So we had a member of the public bring Brian into us after he crashed in a building site.
It's definitely better than budgie food, isn't it?
He popped down to us to see whether he could find his owner. That's not happened, so he's remained here while we try and find him a home.
Brian needs a health check.
Hello, cute guy. Is this the one I've been hearing about?
Yeah, this is Brian.
Oh.
But he's playing hard to get with vet Tina.
Come on.
He's quite a naughty character. If he doesn't want to do something, he certainly won't.
So is he a stray?
Yeah, he was brought in by a member of the public.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's just kind of been settling in our prep room.
Okay.
He's made himself quite at home.
Yes, I can see that. Brian, come here, baby. Oh, he's a good boy. Hi. Hey. Okay, we're going to do a quick little check. Oh, he is cute. Okay, I'm going to try, see if he... Yeah, this is going to be the problem.
Yeah.
We might... should I grab a little towel? In order to do a thorough health check, I obviously need to handle Brian, but he's quite good at flying.
Cheeky bugger.
So let's see if we can catch him. I might have to just throw the towel on you. Don't fly back out. He doesn't like the table.
He knows what you're trying to do as well.
Gonna have to be quick. No. Happy guy. Good boy. I was running around like a little bit of a monkey, but now we can do our health check. All right. Oh, he's such beautiful.
I know.
All right, okay, let's have a little listen to your chest. I always find it so much easier just to listen to the heart and the lungs by putting his chest really close to my ear. And I can hear much more than I could with a stethoscope. Shame his heart is racing. He's so nervous.
Bless him.
But it's sounding healthy. Okay, other side. Chest is also sounding good.
Okay.
All right, big guy. Let's have a little look at your wingspan. Okay, he's got beautifully healthy wings. Behind the feathers is a lot of information. So we need to blow to move the feathers out of the way so that I can see the skin, make sure there's no lice or mites. So his skin is looking healthy. I don't see any evidence of mites or lice. And he's got some good, what we call feather dust.
Okay.
And feather dust basically shows us that he is consciously grooming himself every day. And we know that he's looking after his feathers. You're going to be a happy little boy.
Hey.
I'm happy to say that Brian is healthy, but he needs a forever home where he can fly around and enjoy himself as much as he can. Let's see if we can find someone special for him.
Not too much swelling there, is there? No, looks good.
The next morning at the Richmond Practice, it's time for little Heidi to go home after her big hip surgery.
Mummy's got all the hard work to do now. Hey, with you? Yeah, she does. Yeah, I fixed you, but now she needs to do all the hard work.
There's Heidi, hopefully fine now.
Sophie and her daughters Rose and Tess are waiting upstairs with Heidi's mum Bonnie.
I feel like I can relate to Bonnie as a mother because if something was happening to any of my children, I would be very anxious. And I feel like I can see that in Bonnie's eyes.
Hello.
Baby. Oh, baby. Oh, you're so brave.
She has been so brave. For a little white fluffy dog.
With the heart of a lion?
Heart of a lion, that's right. Oh, look, even Bonnie wants to say hi.
Come on, Bon, come and say hi.
Come on.
Look, it's Mummy.
She is. Aww.
I just can't wait to get my hands around her and hug her and cuddle her all evening and then just cheer her up because she does look a bit bewildered to me. She does look a little bit lost.
I think most of the pain is better after 24 hours. Okay. And I think not having that hip joint is going to make it much happier as well.
Oh, make it less painful?
Yes, hopefully so. That's the point. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, it's weird not to have a joint there.
It is.
So that it's just flying around. It might be hard to learn to use that.
Absolutely. Well, she has got to relearn it because it's going to feel weird not to have your leg attached to your body.
Exactly.
With
Can you
bones.
feel that?
But certainly she's got all the nerves in place. Everything is still working. And now it's just a case of encouraging her to use it, but it's going to feel weird.
I hope Heidi will leap and dance and play around with Bonnie the way she used to. And, she'll get confident using that leg again and she'll be a proper little puppy who can do everything that the other puppies can do.
She's a little star, and I know that you guys will do your best by her and she'll be walking quite well very soon.
We will. Thank you.
All right, then. Bye, girls.
Okay,
see you later.
Let's go.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Tess. Okay, little Heidi, time to go home. Thanks, love.
Mary from the Guardian Angels charity has returned to collect the 2 homeless kittens.
Good morning, ladies.
Hello, Mary. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are my lovely girls?
They're doing really well.
Fantastic. I'm here to pick up Tamsin and Tabitha, the 2 little kittens that have had eye operations. Obviously, I'm very excited to see them. I know it's been quite a complicated procedure.
Here they are.
Hello, girls. How are you? Oh, wonderful. Oh,
missing you, no doubt.
Fantastic. Hello. Can you show me your new eye? You are? Oh, I'm so lucky. Thank you.
It's really nice to reunite Tabitha and Tamsin with Mary today.
Good girls.
They stayed in a couple of days after the surgery just for some extra TLC and some eye meds. So I think Mary's been apart from them a little bit longer than she had wanted to. So I'm sure she'll be very delighted to take them home today and, give them some love. So we'll get Tabitha out first.
Okay.
Because I know we spoke at the time that...
we did. And it was a much longer op, wasn't it?
Yeah, we thought she was actually going to be the easier of the 2, but then it ended up being a much more complicated surgery. We've already started to notice an improvement with the eye. She's starting to open the eye now, and the amount of discharge has really decreased as well.
Wonderful.
So we're hopeful that it's definitely going in the right direction.
Well, bless them, they've been through so much in their short lives. They're only about 5 months old now, and it's amazing now that we now see, hopefully, the light at the end of the tunnel.
Let's get your big sister out.
Hello, big sister.
So we thought Tamsin was more severely affected because she had the membrane over almost the whole of her eye, but actually, when we cut it away under anaesthetic, she actually had a really healthy eye underneath.
Fantastic, that's great news.
Yeah.
You're both very, very lucky girls, aren't you?
Yeah.
Both got 2 hopefully working eyes each now, which is a step in the right direction.
So we're not quite there yet. Mary's got the eye meds to go home, so she'll have to be working hard 3 times a day to get those in. But now that they're home, Mary can start looking for a forever home for these 2.
Thanks to everyone, thanks to all the team and
Aww.
all the care and love that you've shown them. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Right, going to come home then?
Yeah. Oh, bless them.
Come on, girlies, let's get you home.
Hey, ready?
Also at the Isleworth Clinic, it's Brian the Budgie's last day. Vet nurse Gina has found the perfect owner for the mischievous little bird, her Nan.
What do you think of that? Going to your new home? That means yes.
I think so. Gina's Nan seems fantastic. I've met her and she's absolutely lovely. She's got experience with birds, so it's definitely the right home for Brian.
It's time to part ways with Lily.
Yeah,
Come on.
Good boy, I know.
So close. Have to try that again. No, you missed him.
Right.
So I don't want to go to a new home. Oh, come on.
So close. Come on in. Brian. No, we're going this way. Good boy.
No.
He knows what you're trying to do.
He's back in his usual place.
I know.
Come on.
Right, let's go.
Good boy.
It's going to be really quick. We just got to walk you down the road and then you can be free again.
Right, Bri. You be a good boy for Gina's nan. Yeah? Bye-bye.
Right, come on then, Brian. It's time to go off to your new home at my nan's house.
Bye, Brian. I'll miss Brian terribly. He's been my little mate while he's been here. I love him to pieces, but it is right for him to go to a new home.
Right, you ready, Nan?
Yep, we're ready, Brian. Welcome to your new home.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
He's got a nice little cage here. You've done well, Nan.
Thank you very much. Well, I like them to have the best. They deserve it when they've had a bad start.
I think he'll be very happy here. Won't you, Brian?
Well, he won't want for anything, that's for sure. Will you, Brian? Chirpy? Absolutely delighted that now he's come to me and I can give him a good, happy home. And love him too.
Oh, thanks, Nan.
So it's nice to be out and about anyway. What do you think? Is it nice to be in the park?
2 months after hip surgery, little Heidi has made remarkable progress
Heidi, Heidi. Ready. Whee!
and is back enjoying playtime in the park with her mum, Bonnie.
Heidi, come on. Good job.
For owners Sophie and daughter Tess, it's been a long, slow road to recovery.
She's so tiny, she's so young. It was quite a big operation and it had a big effect.
You would never expect to look at a dog of Heidi's age and think that that's her hip. That's the hip of a 10-year-old dog in discomfort, not a 1-year-old dog. By taking away the femoral head and neck, she'll no longer have an attachment to your hip joint. She won't have a hip joint.
So the leg will just be free?
Free floating. She just needs to relearn how to use a leg that's not attached skeletally to her body.
Oh, look at this big one here. Look at this big one. Look at this big one. Ready. Whee! I thought I would never see her running free again. I honestly had serious doubts because I thought she's been through so much. I just don't know if her little body will ever recover and learn to use that leg again normally. I really did go through dark days, but I feel that Heidi never gave up. She's very stoic, she's very strong, and she wanted to play, and so she made sure she played. Ready? Come on. There was a lot of love for her. We're always hugging her and stuff, but you had to be very careful, even lifting her up, because the leg would be a bit painful, and that was heartbreaking as well.
Come on, Heidi. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, come on, Heidi. Come on. Yeah, come on, Heidi.
What amazed me and comes from inside her, I think, is this love of life and this, I mean, it's nice that she's with her mother as well. She can sort of snuggle right up to Bonnie when the times were sad, and Bonnie would sniff and lick at it and make sure it was okay. I wonder if that helped a bit. Can I have that stick back? Can I have the stick back? Yay! Ready? Whee! Seeing the two dogs in the park racing around and chasing each other, tails up, and totally free to play as they want, I'm bursting with pride. I'm so pleased, and it brings so much joy to all of us. Heidi!
Good boy. How's your leg?
Scott's last patient of the day is Claude.
Good boy, Claude. Gonna go see Scott.
A feisty 3-year-old French bulldog.
No biting. Not gonna be evil dog.
With a wounded leg that needs regular dressing changes.
Hello.
Hello, love. Oh, you've got Claude.
Got Claude to come and see Scott.
Oh, let me come say hello. How's he? All right?
He's good. He's got his leg, but it's still healing.
Claude isn't exactly one of Scott's biggest fans.
Claude and Scott have always had a quite turbulent relationship.
Good boy, Claude. I heard he's not a big fan of Scott.
Hates him, don't you, Claude? Evil dog Claude is what Scott calls you.
It looks like that wouldn't melt, don't you?
First time seeing Scott for a while, he's a little bit nervous around him. And, well, that's Scott, not Claude, because of Claude's behaviour to him previously. Claude's dream is to bite Scott, I think. Hello.
Hello, Marcus. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Got your best friend here today.
Yeah. How are we, Claude? Hopefully he's had breakfast this morning, has he?
Yeah, he's eaten. He's had lots of treats.
All right. Well, come on then, champ, into your favourite room.
Come on, Claude.
Come on then.
Let's go.
That's it.
Good boy.
Good lad.
Good boy.
It's all right. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, Daddy's just there. Claude very much is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of dog. He is fine one minute and sweetness and light, and the next minute, whoa, okay. All right, and that's touching the back, not even the front leg. Come on.
No.
It's all right.
Stop it.
You're a good boy. Come on, buddy. All right. Okay. All right, we're getting on so well. Yes, you're very frightening.
Claude recently injured his leg, but Marcus has been struggling with the regular bandage changing and wants some tips from Scott.
It might be quite unorthodox, but Marcus is literally the only person that Claude will allow to do anything like a dressing change whilst he's awake. Whoa, okay. Oof. It's just a case of having a little tutorial session, how to place a dressing on a dog.
Good boy. Good boy.
I would like to help you, but it's difficult, isn't it?
Bandaging you up if you do. Stop
it. So let me have the dressing there, mate. Can I have this? All right.
It's okay. It's okay.
Good boy.
Good boy. I've never had a veterinary lesson or any medical lesson before, so it was a new experience.
It's hard to do this job with one hand, isn't it? Then you'd like me to have none. Yeah.
You're not safe, yeah.
Just over the top of that. That's it, and squish it on.
Good boy, good boy,
That's
good
it.
boy.
Perfect. Great work. So that then wraps around the foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
From underneath.
From underneath, that's right. Yep. Okay, that's it. So nice and firm.
No.
Good boy.
Don't growl at me.
I know. Just look at the evil vet. There we go. I do have to keep my wits about me at all times because it's very clear what Claude's intent is. It is to bite the vet. And although I'm there to try and support Marcus, I do need to make sure I keep myself at a safe distance so I don't get bitten. How are we feeling? Can we continue with this dressing, do you think?
So what's next?
So take this over the top, okay? Now this stuff, because it's stretchy, we have to be careful not to be too tight.
No. Let me see it. What's that?
But you're pretty confident that he won't go for you, right?
I hope not. He hasn't as yet.
Claude, look, I'm the bad guy. He's a good guy. Good boy. Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
Don't do that. I think he thought my hand was Scott's hand, but he didn't actually bite me. He kind of stopped, and I like to think that that's because he realised it was me.
That's it. Good job.
Done?
Yeah. I've never had to get a non-veterinary worker perform a dressing change. So that was a first for me, and you did very well. Eh?
Good.
Yeah. Eh? I can't tell you how relieved I am that Claude trusts Marcus enough to change his dressings. Claude's definitely a one-man dog. The leg's healing nicely, and from now on, Marcus is in charge of bandaging. So it looks like I'm off the hook, and at least I can keep all my fingers intact. All the best, Marcus.
Nice to see you.
All right, we'll see you again soon. Lucky me.
Come on.
Bye, mate.
Oh, he wants to leave. Let's go.